What up, people? It's Mr. Something Basic, and I'm about to change out a toilet fill valve and flapper. I'm not going to use the flapper. I'm just going to save the flapper. The flapper's okay in this one. It looks a little beat up and old, but I'll be alright. I'm just going to change out the filler valve and save the flapper for later, just in case. Yeah, that's basically what's about to happen. Apparently, this filler right here was leaking water out of the top. I didn't want to take a chance. I don't know, like, if we keep using it, this cap might just pop off and start shooting out like a sprinkler system. I don't know. And I'm going to change out the flex line, flex hose, or whatever you want to call it. It's a little overkill. It's like 20 inches. And yeah, that's basically it, man. Let's get into it, I guess. I don't think there's an item number. I can't find an item number on this one, but I got it at Lowe's. Maybe the item number's up here. 400 CR. I doubt that's the item number, but it might be. And it's got a, I don't know if y'all could see it, but it's got a 5-year warranty. Probably not though. So basically what I did was shut off the water down here. There's a little valve, turned it, shut it off. And that's basically it, man. I just gotta unbolt it and take it out. I basically, you know, did this, drained the water, got a little rag in there a little bit, and took all the rest of the water out. There's still some in there. And now, I'm basically gonna take it off. So, I'm gonna use a pair of channel locks, pretty basic. I'm gonna have a little bucket to catch water under the bottom of it. Just using right to clean some water up. You get hose and stuff. This and a flapper. So use the flapper because we'll need it. Just got that value pack just for if I need it in the long run, later down the road. I have other tools in my house. So basically what you do is put this hose in there like that. Oh yeah. And then you basically put it in there like that. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it. Put it in like that. Bang. Shove it like this. There's a little washer. Put that in here. What I like to do is, now some licensed plumbers might say you shouldn't do this, but well, first let me extend it a little bit. You need to extend this. Which way is it? This way, right? Give me a second. One second, technical difficulties. second. Try to match it up with the old one. It's got the same size, matching it up with the old one. I don't want to bring the other one over because it's gonna get wet. You kind of want to match it up with the old one. Over there. Okay. You can turn this to be adjusted too, and this has an adjuster. And then back to that situation. Some plumbers might say, don't do this. I installed thousands of them, hundreds and thousands of these. So this is what I usually do. Licensed plumbers might say not to do this, but give me 1 second. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm gonna put clear silicone around this. Okay, I'm gonna drop a little silicone around here, just a little extra security. Hold on, give me a second. This is not really what I want it to look like. This is a little overkill, but couldn't get it out, so I had to cut a big slab on it, or cut a big tipman on it. Alright, so you want a little bit, well, what I'm doing is I put a little clear silicone around that. It's a little overkill, unnecessary. You really don't have to, but I do. I do it like that. Oh, sorry for knocking you guys around. Cap, get my cap. Just place it in there. Just be able to hand tighten this. You don't need to really get a wrench on it because you might break it with a wrench. So I would hand tighten it. If you're frail, you ain't got no muscles in your hands, then I guess maybe you could get a wrench on it. But don't go too crazy with it because you'll break it. And then put this on there. Double check. Like that. Should have did that a little bit better. Hold on. That I might hit that. Something like that. All right. Then gotta put this in massive flex hose that was unnecessary, but everything's dry. Make sure everything is dry. So if there's anything wet, this is the time to dry everything off. Make sure all this is dry. And turn it on. And it turned off. Just make sure that the flapper stops the water. I don't hear no tingling, no water dripping. Double check. Make sure the fittings ain't leaking. No water. No water. Yeah, the valve you want to check. Run it a couple times. There you go. She's all done. She is all done, ski. All gravy. Get this out the way. Beautiful. And then, like I said before, you want to check your fittings up here. Make sure it's dry, no water. It's dry. Your valve. Make sure that's dry, no leakage. Even around this area, if it is, then you might have to tighten it. Tighten this little nut right here. It's an old valve. I wish I would have been able to sweat a new one on, but it's my mother-in-law's, and I don't know. She doesn't want it done, so. But that's all dry. It's all dry. It's all dry. The whole thing's dry. Under here is dry. Perfect. Just keep running it. You know, I mean, if you don't mind having a crazy water bill, but it's all dry. Now, I am not a licensed plumber, but when you play around with your tool and stuff like that, you always want to make sure, like if you move the tool around, you just want to make sure there's no water coming around the perimeter, just in case you like shake the tool a little bit and the rack spring got a little messed up, or even these nuts and fittings in here might get moved around a little bit, and that might cause a leak, so you just want to double check. On the other side, you guys can't see it, just want to touch everything, make sure I got dust and nastiness. You just want to get your hand in there, touch the nuts, the bolts and make sure it's not leaking. Oh, and I am back. I went to an app for some reason, but yeah, you just check over everything, make sure nothing's leaking, and you should be good. And then you just basically put the cap on. But like I was saying, that's the bolts that I'm checking down below are these two bolts right here. Sometimes when you move the tank around, play around with the tank, them bolts become get a little loose, and if they're old, sometimes you just gotta change them bolts out. It's just a brass bolt and a washer. All you need is a screwdriver and a pair of channel locks. Change them out, but that's basically it. And I usually put silicone on them bolts too if I change them out. I'll let your boy scream at your daddy.